RMBI gene, here to take you on another level and new horizons.
Hey everybody, my name is Reggie Maddox and I host a podcast, The Simply Straight Talk Show. And thank you for joining me and tuning in. If you like this video, please leave a like, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. If you give it a thumbs down, let me know why. What are your thoughts? Or if you got any comments about what I'm about to say, then please feel free to share them. And don't forget that notification bell so you know when other videos come up. So here's the thing. You know, when I go out, I like to pay attention to other people. People watch, I guess you can call it. But I like to observe people's behavior. You know what I'm saying? You know, how they interact. You know, like if I walk into a certain section, you know, who speaks, who don't speak. Call me weird. I just pay attention to stuff like that. If somebody's trying to get by, you know, just little stuff, politeness, kindness, rudeness. I like to observe things like that. I like to observe how when people walk in, how people respond to them. So, long story short, that's all that's needed here or there. But anyway, my point is, you know, when I went out to grab a bite to eat, I watched this lady. Now, I don't know what her ethnicity was. I don't know if she was Korean, Chinese, Japanese, whatever. But there were people, you know, it was this sort of like white couple just making a lot of little comments over there. And I really didn't like the comments. Although they was trying to be discreet and quiet about it, you know, a lot of the things they were saying were just like, just stereotyping, you know, because she was at the counter and something was going on between her and not nothing bad, but something between her and the cashier. And, you know, they was acting like she couldn't speak English. She couldn't read the menu. You know, it's like, here's my thing. I didn't like that because it was that comment, there's some little other stuff that they were saying. This is going to come about in a minute here. But the thing about it is, you know, the woman spoke perfect English. Okay, she spoke great English. And actually the cashier was having a problem with the register. So there was nothing wrong with her on her part. But people sat there, like these two people sat there and just making comments and little snide remarks. But the thing about it is this. I think it's important that you learn how to get to know other cultures, other ethnic groups, other races. You know, one of the things I did in the military was that, you know, the military gave me the benefit of being able to travel in the Navy. So I got to go to Korea, I got to go to China, I got to go to Russia, I got to go to Thailand, the Philippines, Indonesia, Singapore. So, you know, I got to go to all of these places, Japan. And one of the coolest things about going to these different countries was the fact that you got to meet the people in the country, in their homeland. And I think a lot of times, you know, we're so comfortable saying that, you know, we're only comfortable around our own. But there's so much you can learn, and there's so much history, there's so much. You know, when you start to talk to other people, let me put it like this because I'm rambling a little bit. The more you get to know other people, the better understanding you have of who they are. You know, everybody is not the same. Every American is not the same. Every Australian is not the same. Every Canadian is not the same. Every Korean is not the same. People have different personalities, but each person can teach you something about their country, about their culture. And one of the best things you can do, and I'm telling you something, once you start, you'll never stop, is once you start learning about other cultures, you know, some of the things they do. It don't mean that you have to adopt their traditions, but learning about their traditions, learning about their foods, learning about what took place in their country. I mean, some of the stuff you will learn, you're going to be amazed. I mean, absolutely amazed. And yes, you can watch this stuff on TV, you can read it in a book, but to be able to sit and talk to someone from that country and they can tell you the things they do there that's different than here. And then it's going to encourage you more to want to visit these countries. You know, America's is when it, like there are certain things that people say America is great at, but for me traveling to other countries, I'm like, America doesn't have the best food. It doesn't have the most friendly people. You know, when I went to Korea, I remember me and my friend Jeff, we went to this restaurant and they was about to close, but they stayed open just so they could serve us. It was the first time I tried kimchi. So trying the authentic dishes and seeing how really kind and really nice other people can be. Now, I'm not saying that everybody in the world is going to be friendly and kind like that, but it's the fact that when you actually take time to get to understand other cultures and look past race, look past the color of a person's skin, and just look at the fact that this is somebody from a place that I haven't been. Let's sit down and talk. You never know. You really could make a good friend. You can make somebody, you can meet somebody that could really, give you a new perspective on life, a new perspective on, opening your mind to embrace different people and not assuming that everybody has to be the same color. If you're a darker skin, you're this. If you're lighter skin, you're that. If you look like this, you're that. You look like this, you're that. When you start just looking at the person, and I think a lot of people just don't simply get that. They don't get the fact that, looking at other cultures and simply, like I said, you may not have the same beliefs they do, but to be truthful with you, I have actually felt more welcomed in other countries. I mean, in Japan, I was getting the hiccups. I was taken out to a steak dinner by somebody I didn't even know. And the whole time I'm sitting there because I got so much, I had so much of the American mentality inside of me, like, okay, this is a trap. This is a trick. They're going to get up and run out. This is a setup. It wasn't at all. I mean, I had steak. They ordered the seafood. I mean, it was a very expensive meal and they just wanted to talk to me. That was it. They just wanted to show hospitality. And it's just amazing that you can experience something like this, but you can have the wrong perception of people because of false stereotypes, listening to the wrong people, media, and you yourself not taking the time to learn about different cultures. I mean, I got tons of stories like that. I mean, from Japan to Korea, I told you about the restaurant. I mean, it was probably the most relaxed and fun moment, and I would never forget it. I would never forget it. I mean, even in Canada, it was so nice. They took us to a pizza restaurant where actually I was by myself. And I went to this restaurant and they was telling me about the different way Canada makes their pizza. Oh my God. Side note, Canada has a pizza that's like this freaking thick. And that sucker is meat. I tell you, I ate one slice, I was done. And I'm a big dude. But the thing about it is, when you go to other cultures, you can really embrace some of the things about those cultures, what makes them who they are. What is it about their culture that makes them strong? What is it about their culture that makes them, want to learn or want to come here? Why did they come here? You'd be really interested to know that a lot of people who come to America aren't coming here because they're running from something. They're not coming here because they hate where they are. They're coming here because they want to expand their horizons. They want to do something different. Some people are trying to escape poverty. Some people are trying to escape wars. Some people are looking for a better life. Some people are just expanding their mind to become better, to learn more. And by, being a part of different cultures, you learn so much more. Think about this. As a chef, if you were to be a chef, one of the best things you can do as a chef is to be diverse in the different flavors, foods from around the world, because it makes you a better chef. It makes you stand out because you're able to take a little bit from each place and to create something new that when other people taste it, they're like, wow. But that's the thing that you have to learn. You can apply that same concept to your life by you getting to know people from other cultures, talking to people. Open your mind and expand, because number one, you never know what type of friend. You can make a great friend from another country. You might end up making a great business partner from another country. You know, open your mind. Don't look at race. Don't look at ethnicity. Look at a person for who they are. Be open to learning about people from different places. Be open to learning, about what they went through, what they're doing now. Experience their culture, try their foods. You'll be surprised how many African Americans have never ate African food. I love it. It's just like American food. There's some you're going to like, some you're not going to like. In my opinion, of all the countries I travel, America has the most bland food I've ever tasted. No, every other country's food has a flavor and a sauce and a seasoning that American food just can't compare to. They can't. And but that's the joy of learning about other countries and other foods, because when you do that, you're embracing different things. Like I say, every person from every country is not good. Just like in America, every person in America is not good. But when you just, even on social media, reach out to people from different places, listen to them. You'll be surprised, man, how many people really care about some of the same issues you care about here. How many people really care about the same things? They're going through some of the same things you're going through here. So long story short, don't be afraid to get to know people from different cultures, from different countries. Use it as an opportunity to make a new friend. Use it as an opportunity to grow your mind, open your mind to new possibilities. But more importantly, take time to get to know somebody that don't walk the same streets as you. Because you just might find that, man, there's somebody across the world that can say the right things to help you keep going in life. You might find out that a really cool friend that might end up just being a pen pal or somebody you Skype or FaceTime with might be somebody that's in Korea, might be somebody that's in the Philippines, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Africa, Russia. It could be anywhere. Mexico, Brazil. But you'll never know how many people you can impact in life, and the person who can really impact your life in a positive way if your mind and your heart is shut down to where you only feel comfortable within your one little neighborhood. So open up, be honest, be respectful, and be open to the fact that you can speak to somebody from a different country. Say hi. If they speak English, they'll speak back. Or they might say it in their language. But learn to open up, whether that person's here in the United States, because if you're traveling abroad, you're going to want them to be kind to you. So be kind here. Get to know each other. Get to know other people. Open your mind and tear down that brick wall. All right. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I didn't ramble too much, and I hope I got my point across. But you know what? I appreciate you guys tuning in. And don't forget, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will definitely catch you guys next time.
Simply Straight Talk with your host, Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, all right here. Oh, Simply Straight Talk.